Hi, I'm Isaac Chapman. I understand many of you may have been in the medical field for years, or perhaps you're a concerned mom. Regardless, the call to action I want to address today is how the federal government must prioritize policies that encourage the consumption of natural foods instead of ultra processed. This is crucial. We need to secure our national health. America's rising rates of obesity and heart disease are a wake-up call. Our processed food diet is making us sick. As you can see on this graph, obesity has been trending upward consistently for as long as 20 years. And I have personally spent thousands of hours with nutritionists, doctors, and trainers discussing exercise and diet for my 12-year football career. During that time, I learned that processed foods contribute to escalating health crises such as obesity. To be clear, however, I am not a medical student or a doctor. However, a broad study in Europe further proves this trial. Cross-sectional studies associate consumption of ultra-processed foods with obesity and related diseases. A recent ecological study conducted with national representative data from 19 European countries, including the UK, found a direct association between household availability of ultra-processed foods and prevalence of obesity. Unfortunately, obesity is just the most popular complexity of ultra-processed food, also known as UPF, comes with many silent killers as well. The British Journal of Nutrition writes, in conclusion, we reported for the first time in domestic history meta-analysis the possible association between high UPF consumption, worse cardiometabolic risk profile, reported mainly by an increased risk of obesity, elevated waist circumference, reduced HDL, increased risk of metabolic syndrome, and greater risk of all mortality, CVD, and depression. So it's not a secret. Processed foods are packed with unhealthy ingredients that almost seem poisonous. As Americans, it's our job to keep our government in check. This is why regulation of processed foods is vital to curb diet-related disease. This graph demonstrates just how bad the quality of artificial food can get. And here we can see safe and natural alternatives. So as Americans, we need a call to action. The federal government has to limit these monopolies to ensure everyone, regardless of income, can relate to affordable and healthy choices. And yes, it is true that the government should never overreach into the American diet. However, this is a different situation. It's a government's role to protect its people, even if that means from corporations in America. Regardless of your political views, it's important to understand this concept. Our people are being exploited daily by food monopolies that dominate the market. So instead of providing a variety of unhealthy and healthy food, these companies simply make junk food cheap and organic food expensive. This provides no middle ground for consumers. Critics may say, so who cares about monopolization? America is free after all. They aren't forcing this on anyone. However, the lack of variety for any affordable and healthy options is damaging our most vulnerable population. According to the International Journal of Translational Medical Research, the report quotes, food insecurity is a problem in the United States that cuts across all ethnic divides. The statistics related to Black people and children are astounding as they represent highly vulnerable population to the risk factors exacerbated by the inability to afford healthy options. Despite concerns regarding government overreach, The current and loose FDA regulations are unacceptable. And even with these easy regulations, a corporate author is quoted in relation to the rule. FSMA granted FDA authority to create rules affecting produce. The author is then quoted saying FDA regulations are government overreach. I disagree. This slide demonstrates what's called corporate overreach. In effort to address the problem of unhealthy food, we can implement transparent ingredient labels, promote nutritional education, and offer subsidies for healthier alternatives. The government also needs to enforce current transparent label laws instead of allowing companies to list chemical compounds. For example, this study shows just the importance of protein alone. Protein and other compounds can exert anabolic effects on skeletal muscle, particularly in conjunction with exercise. This is why nutritional education in America is important. Diet fads seen on social media may lead to a nutrition deficiency. In conclusion, I want to leave you all with a thought. Why not push for our well being the way we push against ourselves politically? If we do that, no monopoly stands a chance. We must have a prosperous and healthy future. Thank you.